Good morning, everybody. Got me a cup of coffee with honey and a little bit of milk in it. I'm fixing to drink this coffee and get on the chores. It got cold last night. I mean cold. I'm going to be showing off some new feeds that I got yesterday, and I'll add that video on to the end of this one. But I'm excited to see how the chickens respond to it. Let me finish this coffee and let's get on these chores. How's that? I gotta get to work. I gotta hurry up because my wife, she had her teeth out this morning. She meant business for me to get down there and help her pack that mistletoe we got. So let me finish this coffee.
Are you out waiting on me? Are y'all hungry this morning? Oh, Big John. Yeah, what you doing, John? Gather around. Come on, let's come up here. We gotta formulate a game plan. Oh yeah, they're fired up.
Alright guys, now you see that?
Let's, right there he went.
Oh, it was a blue heron. It's a blue heron, guys. I was fixing to say, look here, there's a hawk fixing to succumb to mysterious ailments.
It was a blue heron, you chickens. Let's go. Let's go.
Guys, always pay attention to your chickens. When you see them do that, chickens have eyesight, I think, better than wild turkeys. And buddy, look here, they can pick up on the smallest things. I can watch my chickens and I know exactly, sorry, I know the sun's in y'all's eyes. I can watch my chickens and I know exactly when a hawk is around. But let's try some of this new feed.
Buckshot, are you ready to go this morning? Can I pet you? He said, no. No, I don't believe I'll let you. Yeah, you're mean, buddy. No doubt about it. Alright. Guys, my camera stand's about shot. And, let's see. Well, let me show y'all. The video I'm going to add on to show y'all the feed from yesterday, but get these doors open. But when you see your chickens gathering in the barn like this and the sun's shining and it's been cold, I can promise you there's a hawk by. Alright. This is the 8-way scratch. It's got oats, chicory, and there's some kind of little pellets in there. I don't know what the Amish have made here, but I mean, it's got wheat, oats, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to be giving them 2 scoops of that, and we'll go from there. Micah had the scoop yesterday evening, so I guarantee I'm going to have to find it. Alright guys, I found the scoop. I'll be interested to see if the egg production goes down with this feed or if it stays up. It'll be interesting. Watch out. About me in the car, dummy. Man, they love that feed right there. I mean, I can just tell. Look at that. See, their minds are more occupied with eating than tearing each other's heads off right now. That's a real good sign. Well, they're wearing that wheat out. You can tell they're on edge, man. There's definitely something up. I saw a bald eagle on the edge of the yard the other day, and I don't really know. Well, they're freaking out again.
Guys, I just saw a big hawk in this tree. You know how they's acting ugly? There was a big hawk in that tree right there. So, always pay attention to how your chickens are acting. They used to be, last week I think they was 2 big hawks, but I don't really know what happened. You know it. But there was a bald eagle right there in that tree, right over there in my father-in-law's yard. Me and Micah seen it, and daggum. But anyway, notice how they're not trying to kill each other today. That's one difference I noticed off his feet right away. These pigs will not hush. Listen, I am trying to talk to the camera. I'm gonna fix y'all up some good stuff. Alright, I gotta mix them up some homemade mash. Alright guys, you know, I keep in mind that the process date is getting closer by the day. So what I'm gonna do, I got 18% hog finisher. Real fine feed. I mean, just as good as it gets. That's what I've been giving my chickens some of. Hush, pigs! And in my opinion, I think it helps. Now, that being a fine powder, and then pigs being as sloppy as they are, I think that they'll, you know, grind most of that in the ground if I give it to them like that. So I'm gonna up the dosage of this. I want as much fat on them hogs as I can get for lard. And honestly, I think bacon's good that way too. So I'm gonna give them about 3 scoops like that. Now, I wanna give them some whole corn to mix in with that. And I think that'll really do it. That way they get a little crunch, you know. I spoil my pigs. All my animals I spoil rotten. Alright, let's take this up here and mix this up some mash. Alright. There's no way that this will all mix up, but you know, I try to get it, you know, pretty good anyway. All right. It's just sitting there bubbling and bubbling. There'll be a lot of dry feed in here, but I try to mix it up like a thick mashed potatoes. And that, you wouldn't believe how much that helps. I've got it right there. All right, now let's feed the pigs. Oh, they're excited. But see, I've mixed this feed up with way more hog finisher. Quit, don't knock me down. They're pretty pumped. Hey, calm it down. Calm it down, Jack. Alright, stop. Wait, don't get. You're not knocking me down. I'm not having it, Jack. I'm not having it. Here, quick. Well, she just bit me. Stop. I'll kick your head off. You're the one that bit me. Did you see that? She didn't even feel that, man. I'm telling you, people underestimate pigs. Quit. I gotta jump the bucket. I've got to jump the bucket. See all that dry feed and these wet feed on the bottom. Alright, pigs. Let them hear you smack your lips. Real good. Okay.
Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but look at that little boar, how that feed is putting it on him. I mean, he's getting there. She's getting there, and she's getting there. I can see daily. I've got to make this affordable. I can't make it where I'm going in the whole hundreds of dollars. So I raised them. At the beginning, I used hog grower, and then, you know, and once I started getting some weight on them, I switched it up to corn. I've had these pigs probably 4 months, and man, look here. I'm gonna tell you something. Just in the past 2 weeks, I've been giving them hog finisher and corn, and man, it's amazing. It's amazing the difference I can see. I'm gonna tell you something. If you ain't feeding your animals Amish feed, it's actually not Amish, they're Midnights, and I'll go into that in the next. Well, yesterday's video I'm gonna add on here. It's called Pinedale feeds. They grow their own feed. It's not got the chemicals you buy from the store and stuff. I don't want to be feeding my hogs stuff that we eat, because look here. Oh, here they're about to go at it. Because our food is poisoned, whether you want to admit it or not. And if COVID didn't make you realize that, me telling you's not going to make you realize it either. Listen, pigs, I love y'all, but you bit me and I'm mad at you. That's crazy. A little over. I got about. Trying to do math in my head and it's not working. But you know, January the 23rd, they go out. And look here, and in 2 weeks, they're ready right now. But I've already set the process date. This one can get a little bigger. But, I mean, I can promise you, if you watch these videos, you will see a change in these pigs. I can see it, daggum, day by day. I got to feed the Rhode Island Red chicks and the Bantams. And I got to get to work, man. My wife's going to kill me. But, I'm going to add on yesterday's video onto this one, and it'll show you where I go to get the feed, the prices on the feed and stuff. You know, I want to say this before I go, had I have bought the amount of feed and the quality of feed I bought yesterday at Tractor Supply or somewhere, good Lord, it would have probably been $500 to $600. Look here, and that's no joke. That's a fact. All right, country living. I had a lot of people comment about the Amish feeds. Where do I get it? And what county is this, honey?
This is Van Buren. This is Spencer.
This is Van Buren County, Spencer, and the name of the Amish place is called Pinedale Feeds, and this is what it looks like. It's just a little Amish place, you know. They grow their own feed out of the fields and stuff here, so you ain't got the chemicals and stuff to go into your animals. And when I get home, we're going to talk about how much I spend each week, what I make off chicken eggs each week, even in the winter time versus summer. And we'll go over what I'm making on YouTube and see if I'm breaking even or if I'm coming out ahead. How's it working? So we'll see y'all when we get to the house.
Do you see?
Alright guys, before I do the stats, I want to show y'all this 8-way scratch and let's see exactly what they think of it. Hog roll. Man, this was $9 a bag. And look, it's got oats, chicory. I mean, it's got wheat, sunflower seeds, corn, some kind of little pellets in there. And what got spilled, they done cleaned up. So apparently, it must be good stuff. So let's take a handful and throw it out here. Let's see what they think. I'm gonna tell you something else. Them Bantams, I better love that. Now, so it's got 8 different things in it. We know that. Had I have bought that from Tractor Supply, I would have probably gave about 14 to 18 bucks a sack for that. I gave 9. Pinedale feeds, Amish feed. All of they produce their own feed. They're not getting feed from other companies. They do it all themselves. I really like that. They got thousands of acres out there. They do their own thing. Now, this is the second time that I have bought feed in a month. Okay, today I spent $148. I spent $148 today. Last time I spent $127. So if we just call it, we'll just call it about $260, $270. We'll call it $270 in a month. Now, okay, sorry guys. Sinuses there. Here, quit. All right. Now on the eggs, I made $40 this week on eggs. Just selling eggs. And I've got about 10 dozen in the house right now. So if I count them as sold, that would be 40. Golly, that's $70 in eggs. I didn't even realize that. So knock off of the 270, so that puts us at 200. So there's a $200 deficit. Not to mention time and effort, which I would do this right here for free. I do it for free. Basically, I love these animals. I mean, look, when you're at home and you can come out here and get flogged by buckshot, I mean, just look. Look at the, I mean, and most of the chickens right now are in the woods. Most of them are in the woods. So, in the past 2 weeks, I've sold 40. This week sold $40 in eggs, and I've got about 10 dozen in the house. And I ain't even gathered eggs today. I don't know why they started laying good again. I think it's where I mixed the feeds up so much. I know I ain't read no papers on that. I ain't even heard nobody say that. So let's call them eggs in there. If they're sold, that's $200 in the hole right now. All right. So if I go to my YouTube page, let's see how much. I can't believe I'm actually monetized on YouTube. It's so cool. I love all y'all's comments too, by the way. Let's go into analytics. We're going to go into estimated revenue. In the past 28 days, I've made, I don't know if you can see that, $207. So I'm $7 to the profit. And you might think, well, Philip, you said you got 10 dozen eggs in the house that you ain't sold. That's one phone call. Literally one phone call. I have to not advertise eggs right now because there's so many people want these free-ranged eggs. That's just a fact. There's one laying an egg right now. So, $7 profit. And I look here, I've got my freezers are full of pork. My hogs will be going out soon. So I have fed over 100 chickens. Bantams, I don't make any money off the Bantams. I ain't got my breeds. Like these chicks in here, see, I'll be breeding the chicks back to their daddies. See, And I'll be starting out, I'll be making my own brands. Like, there'll be purebreds and stuff like that, but I ain't making no money off the bantams. So over 100 chickens I have fed free, and I've made $7 profit. You might think, well, that ain't much. Yeah, I like it. Not to mention, I got 3 hogs that's almost ready. They're almost ready to be butchered. How can you, I mean, how can you not love it? And I get to come out here, which it's winter time and it's cold. I get to come out here, watch my chickens, you know, smack my hogs on the butt, you know, and talk to them. Buckshots here. That's a win. That is a win. I wasn't expecting. I expected to be in the hole about 65, 70 bucks. I'm tickled to death. So, and that's so cool. That is so cool. I wasn't expecting that. I hadn't planned this out. I mean, I'm just busy working right now, and $7 to the profit on the chickens. I'm very pleased with that. So, anybody thinks, can you make a living homesteading, make money off of it? Yeah. Off the, not a fortune. You can't, I don't think, there's absolutely no way I can pay my bills. But, you know, I work and I do this right here on the sides. So basically the animals are paying for themselves through YouTube. And look here, in the summertime, I'll be getting 10 to 12 dozen eggs a day. That right there, I usually, this past summer, I fed 4 hogs. And I had over 150 chickens, and the chicken eggs fed the hogs, and they fed the chickens. You can't beat that. I love it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I love it. But man, winter time, I thought, boy, I'm gonna be in a hole bad now. But where I got work from my ginseng digging videos, where I got monetized, man, that really has filled the gap on YouTube. I want y'all to know that I appreciate the far out of y'all watching. I love the comments and stuff. You wouldn't believe how many times I pick up my phone and I try and see how many comments I've got. Stop. Guys, that's it for today. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm sorry I rambled on so much. That shocked me. I was expecting to be in the hole pretty bad. I didn't expect to break even on $7. I mean, heck, I'd buy me a can of dip, you know what I mean? God bless each and every one of y'all. We'll see y'all on the next one. I've got a subscriber that taught me how to shoot a bow. And he told me the other day when he came to get eggs that he couldn't hunt anymore. He wasn't able. And I know he loves deer meat, so I'm going to be trying to go. I got doe tags left. I'm fixing to try to kill him a doe in the near future. Y'all have a good one.